The following podcast may contain explicit language and offensive material, and if that's your bag, keep listening.
Welcome to the Pièce de Resistance bonus episode number 32 with Lyssa Graham and Dale Leopold, and featuring outtakes from our most recent episode, the Season 2 finale, Coronaviral Death Spiral. We now join this episode already in progress.
I think might be just Zoom is overstimulated.
Could be. I think it's all Jared's fault, actually.
I agree. A little rat. Why the fuck is he in charge of anything? I have some throat spray that Karen recommended. It is very effective, and it is vile.
Well, that's what makes it effective, because you hate to use it. Right? Ooh. It's sort of like throat coat tea. Have you ever had that stuff? It's pretty
Yeah, that
pretty
tastes
nasty.
like licorice ass. My opinion of throat coat tea is well known in the voiceover circles. Because it tastes like ass. Licorice ass.
Yes. Licorice ass, yes.
I won't drink it. I don't care how effective it is. I've tried, and I won't.
It is effective, but
I don't care. There is, the Yogi tea makes a honey lavender stress relief tea, which is two of my favorite things. Well, three really, honey, lavender, stress relief. And it's delicious and works quite well. So, hard recommend.
Okay, good.
It's one of the teas I keep stocked up, in case you were wondering, because we are approaching the teapocalypse.
Teapocalypse, yes.
Shit's gonna go sour there, my friend.
It's been an long time since that's happened. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry.
Quarantine is starting to show, Dale.
Yeah, I know. It's like I've got a few weeks without writing a script, and it's like,
No, he's
been trying
frozen.
to do my.
We are having such technological issues these days.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, you were frozen for a bit there.
So
okay,
were you.
Good.
We were frozen.
Frozen too.
Now see that. There you go. There you go.
This is the kind of content you guys are, have been sitting in quarantine waiting for, I'm sure.
Two people who are not quite sure how to deal with this whole quarantine thing. Blithering like little idiots.
And you've got the 7-year-old. Wait.
Almost 7. He will be, April 19th is his 7th birthday. He is quite disappointed about the lack of a potential birthday party, but...
Yeah. Virtual birthday parties for 7, that's not good. That doesn't work.
No, and we've done them since he was 2 with his friend Ben, because Ben is 2 weeks younger. So and because I'm on a mission to not have to go to stupid kid birthday parties on the weekends. So I've
been there, done that,
me?
yes.
Yeah, okay, so I have been lobbying since PK2, because I'm nothing if not persistent, that we just sort of do this by quarters. Parents, wouldn't that be so much more fun if we just had one big party and then everybody could go and then we wouldn't have to do this every weekend?
Yeah.
So far,
no takers?
Well, no. We got Vivian. Her mom, Megan, was like, "Oh, hell yeah. That's less money for us. Fantastic. Let's only go to Putt Putt Funhouse one time. Fantastic."
Well,
that
on
was
the show,
6th birthday.
Okay. I don't know when Keisha's birthday is, the fictional Keisha, whose father is Jesse, the FBI agent, on the show. We'll have to work that in there somehow.
Wow. That, like such a deep cut? You clearly have more time to reflect on shit, because...
We created this character, and
Jesse,
it's like,
because we want to use George Washington as much as possible, because he's so talented.
Indeed. He is, indeed. And, it's like, okay, something non-Ben Carson to do.
Right.
And as wonderful as you and he are, as Lydia and Ben
Right. It's difficult to write Ben Carson into a lot of stuff because he doesn't do anything. And so it's always jarring when you find him there because he's...
Right.
And
what he does in real life is just brick by brick dismantling his prior reputation. Sometimes with a wrecking ball, sometimes, just a dumb thing.
Yeah. I mean, when grain in pyramids ceases to be the shittiest, weird, dumb thing you've said,
Yeah.
Where do you go from? Apparently, you go. Well, I don't know. I am, as you might have guessed, a bit frustrated with the way things are going.
Really? You mean putting a slumlord in charge of our national response is maybe not the best idea? Or?
Yeah, I mean, far be it from me to criticize. I'm just a humble actor comic, but and not really that humble. But
right.
I don't think that Voldemort is necessarily the best choice for this.
Yes.
I think, actually, as a matter of public policy, we should stop giving sociopaths jobs at the top.
Yes. And we saw that with Stephen Miller, who's he's not just a sociopath. He's pretty much a psychopath, if
He's
not a vampire.
not a good human being.
No.
Sorry, I hope my sound isn't going odd, but I'm now very, very hot, so I have to fan myself with my door, which causes me to rock from side to side.
I'll adjust the mix so that you can swing wildly from left to the right channel here.
I do all of the things you're not supposed to do in front of the microphone. That's my shtick.
I
got an email the other day, I have to tell you, from someone
Okay.
who said, and I'm more or less quoting, "Hi, I'm a novice actor, and I want to do cartoons, and that's all I do. And hey, do you have an agent? And could you introduce me?" And I went,
Yeah.
"No."
Can they imitate all the characters?
I mean, yes, I have agents, but
that are currently being voiced by other people.
That's not how it works, friends and neighbors. Those thinking that, well, I'm stuck at home and I have that toy mic my kid got for karaoke, I might as well go into voiceovers. I would counsel against that.
Yeah, when I did a couple of sort of intro to voiceover type workshops a few years ago, and everyone was pretty. I mean, I tried to impress upon them, the reality of the biz, but I was just waiting for one of them to say, "So, can you give me the list of your clients so I can, contact them too?"
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
Let me get right on that. It's actually been kind of weird. I have had friends actually contact me and go, "Hey, my business is slow. It's going to be dead for a while. How about if I just go into your business?" And I give them the same answer. "You got 10 grand lying around to get your setup?" And how were those acting classes you took? Oh, you didn't. Oh, okay.
Right.
Sure.
Everyone says I have a great voice.
Oh, I'm sure your mother loves it.
No, that's for starving losers. No. Yeah, I've had those. Yeah.
So, but not to bitch. I mean, I understand everybody's feeling but you got to do something, right?
It's something you can do from home for sure.
I'm thinking of becoming a farmer or a candle maker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What would you farm? Oh, actually, your green thumb has been getting greener, I understand.
I know. It's amazing. That's never happened before. I usually kill a plant. I used to pick the saddest looking ones because I didn't feel right taking a young healthy one away from its family. I wanted the ones who were ready to go anyway because I knew it was going to happen.
Getting yellow and, it's putting them out of their misery.
Let me take you to a nice, comfortable place for your last few days.
Yes, a farm upstate.
Right.
Yes.
Filled with puppies.
Yep.
Do you know my husband's father? My husband's grandmother, Becky, the one who has this voice that sounds like molasses sliding down a teaspoon or something. Mm-hmm. That one? Mm-hmm. Yes. The one who swore by saying things like, "Peter Rabbit."
That was the swear.
Yes,
Peter
that
Rabbit.
catfish. We don't know for sure what they meant, but we had suspicions. But Becky, what was I going to tell you about Becky in the first place?
About farming and
Farming.
No,
Becky. No, oh yes,
Putting
when
peop-
Jimbo was little.
yes, okay.
Not little. He went away to school because he got kicked out of regular school. And while he was away at school, his dog ran away and went to live
my.
upstate, most likely. And we all know that Becky killed it.
or with her bare hands.
Just a look, actually.
Twist. No need to twist the neck or
There's
anything.
no
just
touching
boom.
needed from that kind of old Southern grace.
That's right. You, my little friend, about to die. Right
Someone
now.
reached out and asked me to give them a sampler of Southern for a project, a whiskey project.
Yeah.
This was, pre-death of...
Oh, yeah. Back in the old days.
Yeah, well, like a week ago, when it was solid, good to go, and now it's just...
Yeah.
But they're like, can you give us a sample of your Southern? I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Let me just run through them all right here. You want redneck? You want the language of my people or the language of my husband's people?
You want the gentleman farmer.
Or anything
who's,
in between.
Yeah. Central Virginia has this weird... it goes all the way from Richmond all the way out to Tidewater, Virginia Beach. And I think it has to do with Scottish people getting off the boat or something, but it is the house in a boat stuff, rather than your typical Southern thing.
Right, your
So it's
Northern
really-
Virginia stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Northern Virginia is just northern.
Right, I know.
It's like
Northern compared
Yankee.
to what?
But your Central Virginia thing, it's quite fascinating. A house in a boat, and that sort of thing. But it's
But
its
hey,
own
novice voice actors out there,
thing. Yeah.
when they ask you to do a Southern accent, the fact that you can be dead on balls accurate to the region, street, and town will not help. because they don't want
They
to
want it
hear
broad.
that. They don't want to hear
No.
that. No, they want to hear something just a little lighter, maybe like this. That's all.
And maybe if you're doing it for like a specific area of Texas where there are
Maybe.
you got
Yeah.
your plains or sometimes just a little
As
we know
the great Natalie Stansfield teaches. How does
Yes.
one say that city in Kentucky starts with an L?
between Louisville
Yeah,
or
it's Louisville.
Louisville. Yeah, right.
It's not Louisville. It's not Louisville. It's Louisville. Down in the back
Yeah.
of Louisville.
So yeah, my dad was born in Alabama and raised in Mississippi until high school age. But those two
heavens.
states are actually 3-syllable words. Alabama, Mississippi. Mm-hmm. And
Why,
unbeknownst
yes.
to the rest of the country. Yeah.
Most of the people who talk like Jay's dead grandmother are indeed like Jay's dead grandmother, and I mean dead.
As in dead or
because
no?
this-
Yeah, right.
that kind of money
Okay.
is a dying skill.
Uh-huh.
They've stopped
Yeah.
inbreeding as much, and so
Well, in Richmond area, we still have a bunch of tobacco money. I mean, Philip Morris is still here. But all the old tobacco warehouses are now trendy lofts and, microbreweries and whatnot.
and if
which
you
is,
lick the walls, you'll get high.
Yeah, for sure.
Not really, but the smell does linger.
Yeah, it does.
I had a friend. They had some tobacco lofts in Durham when I lived there, and I had friends there.
And I still remember doing some contracting work back when I was an IT guy at the Philip Morris, at the cigarette factory just south of Richmond, and seeing this humongous machine that made 1,000 Marlboros a minute. I mean, there was like this big tubs of tobacco, and out the other end came all these little cigarettes. And there were 18 of those machines. And the smell was really like literally ripping open a fresh pack of cigarettes and just, yeah, that was pretty much, in your cubicle some ways away. That was the smell. Which, I didn't smoke it. I still don't, but, I
It can
get
be
it.
intoxicating.
Probably, contact high there for sure.
So let's see what else is going on in our world. I know we're all doing the same thing, which is nothing because we're at home,
Right.
or trying to do projects and things like that.
I understand that Mrs. Jared is learning to play the guitar and reading Greek mythology.
How
because that's
fun.
what moms at home, can do, right?
Right. Yeah. Sure.
You can be glamping in the living room with
I'll tell you what moms are doing.
Yeah.
They are negotiating with their husbands about who's homeschooling. And they are mediating between two boys who are homeschooling together a lot. Saying, don't stand on that, either one of you. It's like I have a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old. So there's no glamping.
No glamping.
And work is slowing down, and that's sad because I need this space. I can only pretend to be in the box auditioning for so long. They'll catch me.
Well, see, that's why we need to get back to writing some scripts so that we can perform them.
Oh, well, now see, that is a good point. I don't know. I mean, I'm having a hard time with funny. You know.
I get it.
It's
just
difficult
now,
to make fun of political figures who may be dead by the time it drops.
Good point. But
It's
we
not,
should do
it's
it
not
anyway.
difficult to do, but it is awkward when it happens.
Yeah, timing can be an issue. I think we pushed the envelope there with the last one with the Stephen Miller song about how glorious it was that this viral outbreak was coming because the death count was still like 100 or something back then. Yeah,
right.
I mean, so it was like, okay.
Now Chris Cuomo has
different.
it, and we all need to be sensitive.
Yeah.
I like Chris Cuomo.
Absolutely. Oh, and I do want to have a shout out to the late Adam Schlesinger, who passed away, who was in part of the band Fountains of Wayne. Stacy's mom's got it going on, that kind of thing. Also wrote That Thing You Do, which was nominated for an Oscar, and then also was the co-writer for all the songs on Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, which was very directly an inspiration to me to say, hey, we should have a song in every episode when we do our thing. So rest in peace. He's 52 and yeah, much too young. Yeah. Really brilliant guy. He also did, and reading up on him the last day, he did the songs for the best Christmas show ever, which was the Stephen Colbert Christmas special. Look for it online or whatever. It was brilliant. All the songs were just dead on, and I had no idea that he was also behind that. Good stuff. Oh, well there will be more, unfortunately.
Yeah, shit's changing, my friend. This is that vast world-changing thing.
Yeah.
We've been trying to do projects around here, but unfortunately our house has a similar kind of breakdown as this whole quarantine virus kind of nonsense clusterfuck. And in that, if you open up a section of our house, you go, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. And then go, I don't know how we managed to do, we can't do, wow, the whole side of the house. That's how these conversations have ended in two separate places. Wow.
There's not still that, like
side?
that hole in the wall. There's not still the hole in the wall by the landing and the stairs, is there?
No.
Okay.
No. But the window in my office, in the office that leaks, has been replaced, but not replaced, but rejiggered, because it's good luck ordering those 100-year-old window sashes at the moment.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, we're having good times. So Jay is he's rapidly running out of projects that he can actually complete, and left staring at saying things like, I guess, fuck it, let's just redo the bathroom. So this is what we're oscillating between, oh God, and, fuck it. Tear down the east side of the house.
Yeah, that's funny. Our friend of the show, Lena Tirado, been following her on Twitter, and talked about going to Home Depot because she was going to build some boxes to grow stuff in, right? And so she knew how big they were supposed to be, and so she goes to the lumber section, and there are a number of large gentlemen saying, "Oh, well, no, stay away from the sharp stuff." And she's like, "Uh-huh." He's like, "Well, we'll do all the cutting for you." And she's like, "Yeah, okay, fine, whatever."
Yeah, all right.
And one of them broke a saw doing it somehow.
I'll go look
it
at
was
paint. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yes, we've built planters and such. Jay is working on finishing Jake's bunk bed, which is something that we hope to do before he's 18, so that's good.
Is he going to do the upper or the lower bunk? Oh, that's one of our dogs.
It's just been a work in progress. We have a tendency to hit functional and go, all right, cool, and stop there. So, so yeah, there's a ton of stuff to do. Kind of like we did with the
podcast, you know?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, that filled up 40 minutes there. Okay.
And on a laugh, we're good.
Yeah.
Well, we promise loyal listeners, viewers, readers, freaks locked at home like us, that we will keep providing you content in one way or another. We just got to kind of think about it a bit.
Yeah, here are the outtakes from our Season 2 finale, Coronaviral Death Spiral. Here we go. And now, as promised, here are the outtakes from our most recent episode, Coronaviral Death Spiral. We decided to handle the outtakes a little differently this time, to give you a better picture of what actually goes on while we're recording the episode. This is what happens when you have, 7 or 8 really talented actors and improvisers and just generally funny people reacting to each other in real time. Enjoy. Well, we got time to kill, but I know there's...
Karen and I are like, we got to get going right afterwards.
Quarter to 9.
Quarter to 9. All right, so let's, why don't we get started and do... All right.
Karen, the stuff you recommended does work, but you're right, it tastes like ass.
Which one? This stuff?
Yeah.
Ass. It tastes like
does
ass.
taste like ass.
right.
Lemony honey ass that stings.
Lemony honey ass.
Ouch. Okay. In our last episode of Pièce de Résistance, the sundowning shit-gibbon in the White House alarmed even...
Nice.
The one and only time I will ever laugh at the word sundowning.
Sundowning, yes, right. Alarmed even some of his most self-abasing... There we go. Who writes this shit? Okay.
It helps if you sing a song, watch and learn. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
He touched his
Are we
face.
cutting in my song?
Yeah, we're going to cut in your song.
All
So
right.
that's good.
Come on, Eileen.
Okay.
COVID-19, yeah, we gotta be cool.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, we'll all die. COVID-19.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
We're all gonna die. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your fucking hands.
And don't touch your face.
Or that.
He did. I saw him do it.
Wait, Abdul? Oh, he is back in guest house, binge-watching weird Al Jazeera's out of Big Idol.
That was your suggestion.
I had great improv, then I fire you.
Take 2. Well, normally I have control
West
of my
Philadelphia,
alone
born
time.
and raised on the
It's
playground.
just me
is where
and
I
my
spent
imaginary
most of my
friends
days.
locked in a box talking
Chilling
to each
out,
other.
waxing and relaxing on food, and I'll
Oh,
pick up
so
people
nice.
outside of the school.
I always know
A
that
couple of
outside my
guys
booth the
who
world
are
is,
up to
going on and stuff, but
making
all I
trouble
have
in
to
my
do is make
neighborhood.
mouth noises.
I got this
With
wonderful
Legos. It's my
mom got
happy
scared
place.
and
But
moved
now...
into her auntie and uncle in Bel Air.
Ding dong. Woof, 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 woof.
Oh, it's Mr. Argle-Bargle and his cyborg sidekick. Thanks for the alliteration, dickheads. Put that on the... That was for the blooper reel, not my actual opinion of you two beautiful people.
Have a drink? Never too early for a rebound.
Here's some soup.
Fuck me!
One more time there.
Fuck your biscuit. Okay,
Yes,
here we go.
Vera, I'm here, and I have an important update.
Ooh, such a manly voice.
Calm down,
I
Yevgeny.
did. Wait, who was that?
Oh, that was Yevy. You're on speaker. There are several people here. Less than 10, I promise.
I was going to say no more than 10, I hope.
This is what happens when
everybody
I
has me as well.
Don't read ahead.
Who cares about that?
Okay, let me
My
try that
lines
again.
is what
That's
is
okay.
important.
I don't need to know this. All right. Yes,
Sorry.
It's time to play What's Your Line?
Not that one. That one
line
is
is it
not your
anyway?
line.
Let me read my line. Okay.
Go for it.
Greedy.
Oh, that
the
was-
one where the eulogy I got applauded for and the laughter. Because I accused the corpse of farting. Not then, but before. At any rate, it's a long story. Anyway. Yes, I do. Wash your hands.
3, 2, 1.
Go for it, Chris.
I'll need to wash my hands afterwards. Yeah. Oh, never mind.
Damn well better, Mr. Vice President.
A spit take right there.
If you hadn't until now.
No spit takes. Keep your spit takes 10
That's
feet
right.
apart. Here we go.
That's right.
Forbidden in this crisis.
They are. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Yes. Yes. Ooh, the pizza delivery guy. That's a classic. Oh, look. You've spilled pizza sauce on your jeans. Let me wash them for you. Rub-a-dub-dub. Mother! Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Wrong.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Which one is that? No, that's the wrong. I wasted one. Fuck.
What?
Use that later.
Don't waste a sperm.
That's
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Every
cute.
song is sacred.
Don't leave us hanging here.
Screen
I mean,
Every shock is saved.
All right, go for it.
Here we go. Pet shock.
Lori wins.
3, 2.
Shut up. My wife's
1.
not here.
Yeah! Mother! What are you doing in my
George,
office?
it's called virtual sex. Go.
I'm a touch person.
Okay.
Your language, young man, is most unfortunate.
Very
Pray
good.
for him, Nancy. Pray for him.
That's right.
I will.
There is no hate in her
I
heart.
pray for the president every day. I do.
Probably the opposite.
Harder.
Whatever.
Pray
Very,
harder.
very specific prayers
Right.
that I pray every day.
She washes
on
her
my
hands in
knees,
golf clap
actually.
position.
Yes, I pray them to
Okay.
any God that will listen. Such trying times.
And now, to the cabinet meeting.
Oh, that is horrifying.
Oh, yes.
That's a very ferrety giggle, Chris. I quite approve.
Sure.
Great job,
Stay
as a matter of
in your
fact.
residence
That
with the
he's
TV.
doing the right
He's a stable
thing.
genius.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
because he hasn't done anything right so far.
Hold it.
There's always one little bit that'll be like, escape in the
Wasn't
mix.
following that train that George was on, but I
That's
like
good.
where it
That's
landed.
good.
You gotta wash yours too, and be sure to do your little dance while you're doing it, huh?
Oh,
You got it, President Daddy.
Sorry.
Yes, okay.
Little micro puke there. Didn't see that coming.
sir.
You forgot the.
Are you?
You know.
Right. We are so grateful for your bold, decisive action you took to fight this deadly pandemic.
That's better.
Well, thank you, Ben. Now, you had a question?
Are your hands clean?
Yes.
Can I see your hands?
Damn
Show
it,
me your
not
nails.
again. Not again.
Look, this is serious business. Wash
all
your
right.
fucking hands.
She's gonna turn the black
You're being
light on
6
it.
feet away from a
It shows
microphone.
all the germs.
I hear the black light
I
works
like a
for
6-foot personal
black-
space. I'm gonna start wearing hoop skirts.
Okay. I almost put in a line about hoop skirts
was
because
take
that
one.
was like, built-in social distancing. Yeah.
Yes. You just have to stand over there while I go fiddle-dee-dee.
That's right. I'll
As
think
I
about
God
that.
is my witness,
I
I'll
will
never
never.
go hungry again.
I'll never run out of toilet paper again.
I just saw it in the window and I knew it would be perfect.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a shit. And when I do, I wipe my hands. I wash my hands.
You know what I'm enjoying? I'm enjoying the thought of that biatch from Kansas who was supposed to rent the vacation rental last weekend, who got so shitty with me when I told her that I was canceling her reservation. And then they closed all Kansas schools yesterday, so I hope that she is enjoying her time.
That calls for a Nelson.
Yes.
That's great. Sucks to be you.
Totally
Yes.
does.
Have you seen that
Sorry,
there
it
are,
just occurred to me how pleased I am that she's suffering.
Isn't it Nelson the
there are
rest?
7
You
states.
have to sort of,
Real quick.
the little victories in life you have to sort of, savor in these times.
Are we going to be having like these weird porno hand washing films now? People are going to be like, ooh, yeah, way to get slower.
Disinfection porn.
It's
yeah.
probably already happened.
Right.
ASMR,
For
hand
sure.
washing.
Nails.
No doubt.
Oh, yeah, dig deep under those nails.
There's a Pornhub
If it
channel.
Is that an
exists-
orange
If
stick?
it exists,
That's
there's
a really
porn for
big
it.
orange stick.
That's right.
Exactly, it's an ASMR
That's right.
genre.
More lather.
Disinfection. That's what it is.
Ooh, the pizza delivery guy. Oh no, I do robotic.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm schizophrenic, and so am I. Thank you.
Okay. Very good.
Huzzah!
Here we go.
Huzzah! Ooh, I'm making a pot of beans. It smells good. I just opened the door. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra.
Yep. Still washing hands, even after the episode.
Any excuse to sing "Come On, Eileen" is one that I will take.
Yes. And it's giving us some time to work on who's going to be Biden, either Dustin or me or Chris or somebody.
Right.
We'll figure it out.
I mean, and since we're having the Biden voice cage match, that takes a while. You guys need to train.
Yes. That's right.
Who's doing
Yeah,
Fauci?
We'll just challenge. Chris said he can do Fauci.
Okay.
And I think you have to
Nice and
swallow. You have to swallow.
Gravelly, and you
yes.
have to sound short.
Swallow some gravel, basically. I think.
Swallow gravel. I'll do Fauci. Swallow gravel. Be short. From New York. Do you know? Speaking of, I have in the last 3 years of quarantine, yesterday and today, seen 2 separate ads that I auditioned for, and they went with a guy. And I ask you, what the fuck? Why did you even send it to me?
I hate those.
I've stopped being mad because I have heard them so much that I now know that if I had gotten them, I would be mad because they're using the shit out of them. And I know they weren't paying for that much time.
And I've auditioned for stuff where they're very explicit about what they want. And it's like, okay, I'm going to give you that. And then you hear the ad, and it's like, okay, it's not that someone did something different and it was brilliant. It's like they did something different and it was, why? What? This was, okay, fine, whatever. You guys are writing the checks, whatever.
I only get huffy about hearing the commercial or whatever run that I didn't get when it's someone who could, when it's similar to me, then I'm pissy. And I have said, like Melissa Exelbreath, in the past, if you don't know if you want a guy or a girl, you want me. That's me and an X. You want one of us.
Right, you can get that husky thing. Yeah,
we're the thing in the middle, you know. But and if it's a high pitched voice, I'm like, yeah, well, whatever. Rock on, Barbie.
Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for. I mean, I like to do the slightly older, reassuring voice, which is kind of, I would think, in severe demand at the moment. And I've had some, but not a lot of that. Not nearly as much as I would have expected to see.
I've seen a fair number of them going around, but you know,
it's always some little euphemism in these uncertain times. You know, in these
we are alone
what
together.
the fuck times.
Stay apart together. Apart together. There are also a lot of hashtags. I don't know if I'll ever leave the house again because I'm so used to quarantine anyway. But it would be nice to have no one else in my quarantine for a little bit.
It is different for me too. Yes. And,
Yes.
you
You're
know,
like, why are you here?
Yeah, that's right. Oh, aren't you? Is it what day of the week is it? Oh, you're staying
God
home.
damn it,
Okay,
you're
well, great.
here
Yeah.
again. No, you're not doing anything that bothers me. You're just here.
That's right.
This is the time when I would be wandering around the house, babbling to myself and talking to the plants. And here you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some adjustments have to be made.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel somewhat for the folks who have never done anything like this before. And they're trying to figure out, and they still don't know how Zoom works and et cetera. Yeah.
The whole world is like Skyping with
homeschooling
Nana. Just a whole bunch of foreheads or
It really is. John Oliver, Colbert had John Oliver on, remotely, and John Oliver described how his remote director was telling him how to work with Zoom, and he said, it's sort of like an air traffic controller telling a civilian how to land the plane. Okay, you're seeing a lot of buttons in front of you now. Okay, now don't push. Oh, don't push that one. No.
Mm-hmm. It's on the left-hand side. No. The left.
Your other left. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. Mm-hmm. What tips do we have for people staying at home? We could just cut everything we already said and just start with this, since we're used to quarantining, or not.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want because I'm not going to stop you.
Mm-hmm.
But tips for being quarantined, working at home?
Make sure that from the waist up you have clothes on.
True that. Yes. But, ladies, now that you are understanding that bras, makeup, hair care, all of that is not essential, may you never go back. Solidarity, sisters. There is no fucking reason to do all that to our bodies. Look at us functioning without it. Keep it that way.
Unshaved legs and all. Yeah.
Unshaved yeah. That's how I know when it's time to shower. When my legs are annoying me, I go, it's been a while. Let's see. Routine. Having a routine is important. So just at least get up roughly the same time
and it's
every day.
Something to feel, we all need to feel guilty about something. So you should feel guilty about ignoring your routine for a bit.
Yeah.
So you should have a routine so that
you can ignore it. Much like Mark Twain once said to the effect of, I couldn't possibly give up any of my bad habits because then when I got sick, I would have nothing left to give up and I could not feel better.
Right.
No, I refuse. I need these so that when I'm ill, I can give something up to feel better. Something to that effect. It was pithier.
Yes.
Pithier.
Yes.
What else? Well, no, seriously, a routine does help, but don't try to do an 8-hour. Just do a couple hours here, a couple hours there. Set yourself.
Yeah.
Cut yourself some slack.
These are not normal times.
No.
Yeah.
And it's not ever going to be the same kind of normal, so don't freak yourself out. This is the time to think, I wonder if I could be a voice actor. And then say no. And think, I wonder if I could sculpt wood knots and add colored resin to make vases. And do that.
Yeah. Or say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to watch 3 hours of live PD, reruns. And
we're watching Tiger King.
Yeah, I've watched the first one. Okay. And
we're moving on to Ep 4 tonight. We're very excited.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not entirely sold out. I mean, yes, it's got wild social media presence. Wild, no pun intended. But I mean,
it's just crazy.
It is fucking weird, for sure.
If I didn't know, Ray and Larry, you know who you are, I would be more struck by the fabulously gay redneck, because those are not common.
No.
They're not uncommon by any means.
Yeah.
They're just not usually quite as out there.
Right.
And so, but having seen gay rednecks before, I am aware that they exist. Most people have not seen that that side.
True.
So it's shocking. And a mullet. I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
But no spoilers, but I'm just going to tell you, I believe that woman fed her husband to the tigers. There's no doubt in my fucking mind.
Okay.
These people are crazy. All of them. And every time you think you've hit the craziest thing you're going to see that episode, kabam! You know?
Yeah.
You're doing what?
Yeah.
How is it a sex cult? I don't understand. Arms and things bit off. It's just, It's crazy.
I'll tell you, for listeners who are trying to escape the reality of knowing that Jared Kushner is,
running things?
has their lives in his hands.
Via a Facebook group that he set up with his father's
then I would
friends.
I would definitely not recommend seeing the amazing Dirty Money episode on Netflix, the brand new episode that's about Jared Kushner and his slumlord ways.
Oh, I would
because
like to
that would
watch
make
that.
you really worried about your own well-being. But it's
Already
really well done.
vibrating with panic 24/7.
Yeah.
So, what's a little more? It's like Ritalin.
Yeah.
You just keep staying anxious and panicked until eventually you level out.
Just like that.
Yeah, that's my new normal. I am vibrating at a higher intensity.
Well, we hope you all are still vibrating and
Yeah. Y'all stay
vibrating
safe. Don't
with
touch your fucking face. Wash
pleasure.
your hands.
stay safe out there.
Yeah, stay safe.
It
Learn to
is.
have fun. Take up Yahtzee. Do you know you can Yahtzee with friends online?
Really?
You could, well, you can play, you could just set up a little video chat
Yeah.
and play Yahtzee. Everybody has dice, right?
Right.
Except for Karen, who has 2 dice of normal size, except they're purple, and 2 Weensy dice, and then D&D dice. You can also play D&D online with your friends.
Yeah, no doubt. I wonder if my daughter's doing that.
I mean, there's fun things you can do. Is D&D popular again? And I didn't.
She's doing it, or she was doing it on the campus of Vassar, and she was one of many groups there, and she enjoyed it quite a bit. And I was like, really? Wow. Okay.
I want to.
That's a thing. Okay.
I've always wanted to, but I was always a girl in high school, and I never got the opportunity.
Yeah. No, I've never done it.
You know, I mean,
I've been mildly curious, but yeah, no, never quite did it.
Oh, so you're D&D curious.
D&D curious.
Well, you know.
Yes.
Nick the assistant, who's no longer the intern, he's Nick the assistant, is a dungeon master and would give his arm to teach the rest of us how to play D&D.
Well, I will take that under advisement. That's quite
you're
intriguing.
going to have hours and hours and hours of time.
Yes.
So,
I mean, what the hell? Yeah, for sure.
right. We're also learning Pokemon cards because Jake is so interested in them.
It teaches you about
And apparently
evolution or something.
From what I have grasped thus far, Pokemon the game is you kidnap cute, fluffy alien life forms,
Right. As
and
you
then
do.
make them fight each other to the death.
Yeah.
And this is all right.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. Well, I guess I've learned it.
Yes. That's pretty much it. Yeah. I think,
Okay,
yeah.
everybody.
All right, guys.
Be safe.
Be safe.
Be good.
Survive.
We'll be back.
We'll be thinking of you. Our projected.
Not you out there in Argentina. You. We're not thinking of you because that postcard was unkind.
No, and shalom to our new listener in Israel. That's a new country for us.
Oh,
it's
nice.
Good. And United Arab Emirates as well.
Also welcome.
Yes, indeed. Salam.
Shalom, inshallah.
Yep.
I don't know.
All that good stuff. And we'll catch you on the 15th.
With something.
If we're still here. Yes, with
Right.
our season 3 premiere, which we have to write now.
Of something.
Yeah, right. All right. Take care. Hang in there, guys.
Bye.